Some events this weekend had to change plans and move locations due to the downtown library saga. Now, even more road closures as heavy equipment rolls in.
Traffic is piling up, the bridge is closed, and it's causing a lot of confusion.
It is finally time to watch some more Tigers in action. So
getting them butterflies already.
It's that time of the year. I think we're all happy about it.
Let's go.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We start tonight with a global dispute with possible impacts here at home. But when you swipe that card, just beware that filling up your tank's going to cost a little bit more than normal. Visiting our crime tracker now, Baton Rouge police arrested a homeless man they say had extra human strength while wrestling a stun gun away from officers. So we have 3 chances there for a U.S. win. Well, good evening, Jean and Fred. I am down here by Park between 5th and 6th, and what you're going to find is that there's 11 parking meters on this street as a whole, but with 10 of them, this is what you're going to see. Broken, busted parking meters happening right now. People across the state are casting their votes this election day. I mean, they have been cooped up at that Capitol for so long now. Well, Kim Hutcherson's telling us to just go on and get out of here. It's vacation time, I guess, Kevin.
Well, Lauren, the decision just came in about 30 minutes ago. The Baton Rouge Zoo is staying put.
Well, today is National Mac and Cheese Day, and of course, yeah, now I'm getting hungry here. I have been with you when you've been having some issues with heights, so you might want to just close your eyes for this last story here.
I prepared myself for this one.
She's mentally prepared. Are you guys?
Yeah, I'm still shaking. Like, it was absolutely terrifying.
Anna Coleman was just steps away from the sidewalk when 3 students were hit by a car right in front of her.
There was a traffic accident, 2 vehicles, and one of the vehicles was pushed into the sidewalk.
These students weren't crossing the street at the time. They were standing on the sidewalk waiting to cross the street when they were hit.
LSU officials are saying 4 students were taken to the hospital.
There was 2 girls, and they were knocked out cold. And then there was another guy, and he was conscious, but he was kind of just rolling around. I don't know. So we're like, be still, be still.
I could see a couple of them were definitely bloody. One guy was just like curled up in the fetal position and just on the ground. I mean, they looked like they were in a lot of pain.
This is the 2nd pedestrian-involved crash this week alone. The first on Monday, the first day of class.
It makes me feel like I'm not safe on campus, but I don't know what they can really do to fix that.
This is the biggest parking lot on the campus, so most people do park here. So yeah, we're definitely all going to be more aware. Everyone stay off their phones on the crosswalk, stay off your phones when you're driving, you know. It's just definitely going to make us all more aware of this little intersection.
It looked like a nightmare, and I feel really bad for them. I felt terrible.
I'm just really praying for everybody who was involved and praying for the girl and the other guy that was in the accident.
For Local 33, I'm Amber Smith. A mid-city neighborhood is full of noise while crews work to replace a clay-cut road bridge.
My husband and I were talking about how much we love this area and we want to stay here, but the construction just makes it so difficult for us to get around.
Meg Walker, a mother of 2, questions how the new road work will affect her already difficult commute.
On top of the construction that's going on government right now too, it's making this area kind of a nightmare.
With this bridge construction pretty much in Catholic High's backyard, parents and students are going to have to find a new route.
Catholic High administrators know it's a busy area.
There's so much volume between the Catholic High School campus, the St. Joseph's campus, and the Westmoreland area that it's taken some logistical planning, but I think it's going to be okay.
With the first day of school around the corner, administrators are putting the final touches on a game plan for parents and students to navigate around the project.
We are trying to do what we can to make it as painless as possible, knowing that this is going to be a huge shift for all of our students who are commuting and for our parents as well.
Until construction is complete, some residents say it'll be a bumpy road ahead. For Fox 44, I'm Amber Smith.
John and Fred, I talked with 2 women about their own experience in the foster care system. They both had a very different experience and story to tell, but they both highlighted some of the same avenues for potential improvement. Here is this Fostering Louisiana special report.
I wouldn't wish it on somebody that I just really, really didn't like. Every child deserves to feel happiness.
April Hill said she was just a toddler when she entered the hospital, injured by the hands of her mother.
I was told that she picked me up as far as her arms would reach in the air, and she dropped me on my face. And it just repeated that over and over and over until, like, eventually I was you know, forced to sit in a chair, and she tried to kill me in the chair.
She said she was taken away from one unsafe home and put into another. This one, her first foster care placement.
A lot of things that are not supposed to happen in custody, you know, happened.
She said her caseworker, the person supposed to protect her from abuse, failed.
I can count on one hand and not use all of my fingers how many times my social worker came to that placement.
And she's not the only one with a similar story to tell.
One of the reasons my foster parents got away with the things that they did to us for so long is because I maybe saw my worker once every 6 months, maybe.
Leanna McCrae now works as a caseworker for the state of Louisiana, inspired by her own experience as a teenager going through the system in Washington state.
In those 5 years, I experienced 10 different placements.
It will be over 15.
But did make a few happy memories along the way.
I got to sit at a table and have real Christmas dinner with a family. It's one of my best memories as a kid. That's the first time I felt like I was a part of something.
It meant the world to me that she took that time to do that. It told me that I was worth something.
When 18 came, the question was, what now?
I made 18 and my foster mom basically just, bye, you know.
She went on to college using stipend money from the state, but budget cuts meant no more stipend and no more school.
I was homeless a couple of times because I don't have, and still to this day, I don't really have anyone to fall back on.
Foster kids, particularly those who age out of the system, say they have to fight harder for a life they want, a life so many take for granted.
I realized if I'm going to be anything or do anything or have any kind of success in life, it's going to be because I do it.
Everything that I have, I got it on my own.
You just heard it right there. Two women who grew up in foster care. Obviously, as I was kind of saying leading into this story, they had very different experiences, but obviously pointed out some things that are very challenging for these kids going through the system.
Their strength is so inspiring.
Absolutely inspiring. And, you know, this is something that them speaking out, they're, you know, highlighting some things that they would like to see changed. And actually, I talked with DCFS as well, and some of those same things that they're pointing out as areas for improvement are things that the department is specifically highlighting that they would like to improve. So part 2 of this special, to see what the department is really doing to fix some of these things, we're going to have that tonight on Local 33 at 10.
What determination by these women, though.
Absolutely. So inspiring.
Fantastic story. Very well
done. Yes.
Thank you,
Amber.